Hello. How's everybody doing? It is nice to see you guys. So, hello. We do have a little bit of a list, so I'm going to start off with the list right away. I'm going to start off with our beautiful Mimi. Actually, we need timestamps for everybody so far also. So, yeah. We're going to start with Mimi, and that's going to be for Mimi Michelle. Then I'm going to go and see MZ. So, Mimi, and I'm going to write Michelle next to it. She's going to be at 1 minute. How are you doing, my beautiful Lilith? And how are you doing, my dear Watson, sweetie? You're great. All right, sweetie pie. And how's our beautiful Lilith? Coffee? You need coffee and ghost? That's what you need, Watson? Or you're a ghost who's drinking coffee? There's a lot of ways I can interpret this. You got a moon? You got the moon, sweetie. Yes. The moon is lovely tonight. It really, 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 really is. Alrighty. So let's go and see what we have going on here for you. All right. Here we go. Mimi Michelle, my love. Thank you so very much. It is lovely to see you, sweetie. So you first want to know about your mama, my love. And I do have to say I'm sorry. I know that you have spoken to me about your mom before to the past. Not often. I think once or twice, perhaps. So we're going to go and look at it, okay? Here we go. Alrighty. Here we go. So, my love. Does your mom feel guilty about her parenting and how she treated you growing up? The first thing I'm going to say is she's aware that she's done things that she was not supposed to. All right? It does represent that we do have a little bit of a guilt. I will say yes. Would she have done things differently? Yes. Did she actually thoroughly think about it before doing the different actions or saying different things or the way that you were brought up? Not really, but she does realize her mistakes onto that. I'm actually going to say that your mom does carry some guilt, and I know that it's kind of difficult to actually feel that and see it because it's like this person doesn't necessarily show it or talk about it. So I'm going to say altogether, you know what? Your mom does carry some guilt, but I feel like often it's kind of buried under a lot of emotional confusion and even a little bit of denial. It's like she doesn't want to, sorry, pardon me. It's almost like if she doesn't want to 100% accept it. So I feel like she doesn't necessarily express it at the same time. I'm going to sneeze again. Hold on. Pardon me. All right. All right. So, yes. I feel as though she's a little bit emotionally avoidant. I feel like she's a little bit uncertain about how to actually go and confront the past altogether. That's what the main problem is. But I do feel like deep down, she does regret. I'm not going to say everything, but I will say certain things. I feel like there are some moments where she does have that reflection where she does, feel a little of sadness, even some loss around that bond that could have been a little bit deeper, that could have been, if you will, a little bit more nurturing. So I feel like she basically doesn't know how to say she's sorry, but she does have some regret. But I feel like it's really just kind of masked in silence. But it is there, and it is real altogether. Absolutely. Let's go and see your second question. Okay. What are Jay's true intentions in trying to hang out with you? All right, so what do we want? What does Jay want? If anybody has joined, by the way, hello. I'm going to come into the chat in just a second. Ace of Pentacles reverse, getting rid of Cups. This person doesn't really actually know what they want at this moment. I actually feel as though the energy that is around is an energy that's a little bit scattered. I feel like it can be even a little bit impulsive sometimes. I feel like this person is drawn towards your vibe, but I feel like they're light. I feel like they're kind of calm. I feel like they're trying to really fully understand things. I feel like not everything is understood for them. I feel like they don't exactly know how to move on forward or what they really want or anything of the such. So I'm going to say that even though this person is attracted to you, I feel like they are. I feel like they don't actually have a clear plan. I don't actually feel like they know what they're going to be doing with that altogether. So I'm going to say over here that I feel as though he's a little bit kind of exploring his options, but he's really not sure what he wants or how to actually say what he wants. So he's not really saying anything. So right now I'm going to say it's curiosity. There is some chemistry, but there's not really any commitment or there's any depth to it or anything of the such. I feel like at this moment, everything is just completely unclear. So we don't want to walk away. We don't want to leave you. We do want to spend some time with you, but we're trying to figure out things. We're not wanting to offer something or, I feel like, if you will, it's an exploration of feelings and emotions by spending more time with you, because we do enjoy the connection, we do enjoy the chemistry, but we have no idea what we want, if we want something or anything of the such. It is everything completely up into the air, and I feel like this person can be a little bit impulsive sometimes, but I feel like they have a lot of introspection, so they really don't say anything at all about anything, really. Yes. Let me go and see the general energy. Hi, sweetie pie. You're next, my beautiful Julie. You're next. Hi, Diane. I'm good, sweetie. You are right after me, my love. You are, sweetie pie. All right. A general for May. What's ahead for you, sweetie? What's coming up for you, my love? Our beautiful Julia is going to be on up next. So, my love, there is a certain disconnection that is happening emotionally speaking with somebody that is into your life at this moment. May it be a friend, may it be somewhat of a new connection. There's a little bit of a disconnection, of a letting go, kind of a little bit like of some changing plans. Other than that, I feel like you're waiting. You're waiting for a new perspective. You're waiting for something new to pop on in. You're feeling sad about something. May it be something of the past, may it be something of your childhood, or may it be, but it's really emotional. You're feeling nostalgia towards a situation or a person. So like I said, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. There's something that you're thinking about, and it's like if not everything is completely clear and you're a little bit wondering about that over here. That being said, I do feel as though things are moving on through. I feel like you are getting more into control of your emotions more the month kind of passes on through. I want you to be careful. I want you to be careful because I feel like you're not necessarily moving on forward with as many things as you would like to. And I feel as though, I feel like sometimes you could feel a little bit discouraged by that. So I'm going to say just be a little bit careful with that altogether. But I feel as though the energy of the month of May is going to bring healing. I feel like it's going to bring hope, but it's also going to bring different type of connections into your life. So certain reciprocity, I'm going to say. I feel like you're moving more into a space where you're going to receive back the energy that you've been given finally, because you give and you give and you give, but you don't always necessarily get back. So this is not just in love, but it's also into your spiritual. It's also your emotional growth. A lot of things you're thinking about and pondering about that are starting to make more sense. So I'm going to say I feel like you're being blessed with, that light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like that tunnel's been a long time coming. It's a long tunnel. More clarity coming your way, a better balance within your relationships being family, friends, work, colleagues, everything of the such. Financially, things are stagnant, though nothing is really moving. I feel like you would like something to happen, but nothing is really happening at this moment. But I know that you're going to feel that there is better things and there's more support into the air that are going to be coming on up for you. So I will say the month of May is a month of financial stagnation, emotional, spiritually, a lot of things changing. I feel like you're finding your voice more. You're saying things that maybe you did not necessarily say into the past. And I feel as though you are choosing the connections that are best for you. So it's almost like if into the month of May, you're choosing yourself first and you're no longer settling for, I'll say crap. You're no longer settling for things that maybe into the past you would have settled for. So, yeah. Let me give you an angel message, sweetie. And if there's anything that, I know that you're at work, so you can't necessarily talk at this moment, but if there's anything that you're wondering about that you would have liked to have known or that I didn't say or anything of the such, sweetie pie, let me know. Send me an email. I'll clarify you upon it, okay? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Angel message. You are never alone. You are brave, even when it feels like sometimes you're too tired. Trust that every tear that you have cried has watered the roots of your becoming. You are growing in quiet, beautiful ways that you can't even see yet. You are being guided gently towards peace, towards healing, and towards people who will hold your heart with care. Release the guilt that was never yours to carry. Breathe into the new beginnings forming that are around you, sweetie pie. That being said, my love, I'm sending you much love, sweetie. Hi, Susan. How are you doing, sweet love? All right, so I am going to go and see over here a beautiful MZ, and you don't need one because you're already here. All right. You still haven't, right? I know, sweetie. All right, let's go see what we've got. All right, let's go on to check that out. All right. So, oh, I know, my beautiful love shine. Here on up next, my beautiful love shine. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, no, he's not purposely. Actually, it's interesting what you're saying, Julie. When you say he's not purposely pushing you away, I don't feel like he's pushing you away. I feel like he's busy within his own things, but I don't feel like he's pushing you away, which is where the difference is. Okay, so hold on. Let me just go and gather your questions. Let's go over here. One tiny little moment. I have to gather them. My beautiful cherry pie. You can slowly start to put your questions on in too, sweetie. Hey, where's my tea clean? Where's tea clean? Nice to see you, sweetie pie. Nice to see you, my love. We still have Love Shine. We still have Carrie, and we have tea clean also. All right. So, okay. Still haven't heard. We're going to go and look. But it's really important what I said. When I said he's not pushing you away, it's really important that you know that he is not pushing you away. Okay? Okay. Okay. So, how does he think and feel about the silence so far? We're going to start off with that. How are you doing, my beautiful love shine, sweetie? Okay. Getting over here our Ace of Swords, also getting our Ace of Wands, but I am getting our Ten of Cups. Our Ten of Cups is really coming on in with a little bit of, it's not coming on in with a disconnection. It's coming on in into a place of kind of struggling within his time is what it is. It's not that he's not thinking about it. It's not that he doesn't want it. It's that he's simply struggling within his own self, within his time. Sometimes you're too tired, you're too this, you're too that. It becomes a little bit too difficult, right? That's what I'm seeing over here. It's not that he's pushing you away in any kind of way. I know, my love. So I'm actually going to have to say, I feel as though he's into a little bit, I'm going to talk at this moment about a little bit of a pause mode, okay? Not because he doesn't care, but because I feel like he's reflecting a lot. All right. Hold on. We have Susan onto the list also. Thank you, my beautiful Susan, sweetie. I feel like he's into a place where the silence is not emptiness. The silence is simply him taking the time that he has left at home to recuperate and relax and change his minds into different kind of things. So I feel like it's a space that he's taking for him to process his emotions, but his emotions are not just necessarily in regards to you, his emotions into his life altogether. He is feeling the quietness, and it is tugging at him more and more than he actually does show. He knows the silence that he is providing has its own weight, if you will, but he's not quite sure how to break it just yet, because he knows that if he breaks it, he's going to a little bit return back to it because he's not quite stable yet into his new environment. So I feel like at this moment, he knows what he's doing. He knows how he's probably making you feel also, but he's feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit unsure about how to approach it without actually stirring up a bunch of vulnerability in any kind of a way. So it's like his spirit is trying to say he's thinking of you. You're not, he's not forgetting you. You are into his head. You are into his heart. Nothing has turned. Nothing has changed away. It's just that he's into a place where, it's more difficult for him at this moment in time. Okay. Let's go see your other question. Oh. Mike's feelings for you today. I'm gonna take on out. Hold on. I want to take out this little one over here along with it. Okay. Let's go back over here. No, he's not upset that you're not reaching on out in any kind of shape, form, or way. That is not, no. If he was to become upset at you because you're not reaching on out, he would have been upset at you a long time ago. This is not what this is about. This is about letting him take charge. And this is what you've been doing since the very beginning, since you guys reconnected and started this over. And that is good for him because it allows him to live his emotions. And he knows that you're understanding. He knows that you know that he's really tired. He told you, I'm tired. There's a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of novelties. He explicitly said it to you. So into his mind, you already know that he's tired and that's why he's not reaching on out. So he's not upset at you. He knows that he already told you he's tired. And so you're thinking probably he needs to rest, right? It is the same pause mode like you experienced in December that he got. No, this is a different thing. This is not the same pause in any kind of shape, form, or way. This is not the same thing. In December, he got afraid. In December, it was something that was completely different. Now we're talking about him being busy, about a new turn into his life, new things that are coming on in. It's not because of necessarily his fear that he's not reaching on out. He's not reaching out because he's tired and because he's not necessarily emotionally available, which is something that is completely different. Yes, so no, it is not the same thing. We are good. Hold on a second. Que se passe-t-il? As-tu tout mangé? Non. Raphaël.
C'est devenu froid.
Oh, bébé. Je t'aime. Attends, mon petit amour. T'es fatigué?
Ouais.
Tu peux te coucher sur mon lit si tu veux t'endormir, bébé. Tu peux venir avec ton téléphone.
C'est vrai.
Ouais, si tu es fatigué, tu peux venir avec ton téléphone à mon lit.
Je vais voir, le film, il dure combien de temps? Puis il dure moins que... S'il dure plus que 10 minutes, je vais venir.
Tu viens quand tu veux, mon amour.
OK.
Je t'aime. Attends-toi, bébé. All right. Attends, chouchou. Sorry. A little... Yeah, that's Raphael. Came to give me a hug. Yes. All right, so sweetie pie, that's really important, okay? Now, into his feelings for you, because that's a little bit where we were at, right? I'm going to say this. I feel like he's into a tender place. I feel like he holds a lot of deep care, a lot of love towards you. But I just kind of feel like his path along the way is a little bit more difficult to get there at this moment in time. He's still looking towards the future. He is still moving on forward with you. Nothing has actually changed in any kind of a way. He's seeing you as somebody who is emotionally very intelligent, that you're very calm, that you're very graceful. He respects your energy, and he's respecting the energy that you are allowing him to, or that you're accommodating him with, if you will, because you're allowing him to live what he needs to live through and go through the feelings that he needs to. And by feelings, I'm still not just talking about the feelings of you and him. I'm talking about the feelings that he's living through within his emotions throughout this new pattern, this new path into his life, because ultimately this path that he is constructing is a path that is also going to lead to a path that you will both share together, right? So it is a very interesting path. It is a loving path. If you will, you can kind of see it as building stones, if you will, or building blocks to what is and what is to come. So for him altogether, this is really about finding and knowing that there is a lot of love, that there's a lot of tenderness, knowing that he is into a place where he can't necessarily open up with it, but he does truly want you to know that he does care for you and he does love you in every single way. He thinks about you every single day. He wonders what you are doing, what you are up to, but his mind is a crazy place and it goes all over the place. That's his issue. His mind just goes all over the place. Hold on. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
J'ai mal à la gorge comme là.
Et là, je travaille. Quand j'ai fini, je vais aller chercher les médicaments. Là, Quoi? Oh. Hold on, Julie, a second, okay, sweetie? Just 1 second. OK. Ben là, faut vraiment laisser frapper après, là. Je suis trop... Vite, 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 vite. OK? Et tout le monde avec ma place après, vous allez tout le monde aller descendre, s'il vous plaît, toutes vos assiettes en bas. OK? Là, je vais donner ça, je vais donner ça tantôt, parce que je vais le temps, là. All right, sorry. I now had a sore throat. Gave her some medication. So, Mike's thoughts onto the relationship today. How are we moving on forward with it relationship-wise? Yeah, I wouldn't need the coffee though. Are they? I have no idea what they're watching. No, earlier when I came in here, they were watching a Christmas movie. And before that, I watched a Christmas movie with them. My kids like Christmas. But they're not watching Pokemon. Nobody into my household likes Pokemon except for Anel. She used to like Pokemon, but she no longer likes Pokemon. Yeah. All right. I kid you not, my kids watch Christmas movies all the time. Yeah, I don't know. You're a sweetie pie, Julie. Thank you, my love. Relationship-wise, we are getting our Ace of Swords. We are getting over here, we cannot be surprised by this, the Six of Cups in reverse, and our Page of Swords. It kind of looks a little bit, you know, when you said, how is he thinking, how's he feeling about me, everything of the such. How's he feeling about the fact that I have not reached out or that we haven't spoken too much? It was your first question. And I got almost the exact same things. The only difference over here was the Page of Swords. The other one was the Wands. We had the Ace of Wands. We're a lot into the thoughts, the mental, the psychology that is behind it all. So we're a lot into that. You see, Juanza? We're a lot into this. Into all of this altogether. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to say he is still looking towards a relationship with a beautiful vision for the future. He's still considering where and how far, I'm going to say not where, but how far this is going. And, you know, I feel like even though he has not yet taken that action, he is mentally holding on to that long-term possibility. But everything is happening. Everything is happening within the mind. Everything. I'm not surprised not to see any wands. The wands would be something that would be actions. It would be moving on forward. But these are very positive. It's beginnings. It's thoughts. It's movement forward. Just not quite being able to emotionally do that connection at this moment in time. But we are looking towards it. I feel like he's actually asking himself. This is the type of question he's asking himself. What if? And how do I step forward from here? Those are two questions. What if and how do I step forward from here that he is asking himself, almost I'm going to say onto somewhat of a daily kind of a basis. So, I mean, he's not shutting it down to anything. He's actually opening up the window and he's actually looking out. He's trying to see at bay, at far, how to take those steps. And how is he dealing with the full moon energy? Any transformations coming? We're going to go and look at that. So how's he dealing with the full moon energy? Any transformations that are coming on through? Beautiful love shine. Please let us know if you are around. So how is he feeling with that energy? We do have over here the Lovers. We also have our 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit. He's trying to hold on to his energy the most as he possibly can. Financially, like work-wise, everything of the such, it's like he's not exactly where he wants to be at this moment into the way that he would like to, but he's definitely holding on to what he has at this moment in time. He's trying to move on forward. He's trying to get out of that place where he's not necessarily making any movements. So I'm going to say he's going through a deep emotional phase, which is going to actually be somewhat of a deep emotional release. I feel like a lot of it is a little bit onto the subconscious level. I feel like the full moon is stirring up a lot of emotions, a lot of different patterns. I feel like it's stirring up even some guilt. I've got no problem that, it is stirring up guilt, none whatsoever. I actually kind of want him to feel a little bit guilty, so he actually ends up reaching out and thinks to himself, what the heck, right? Because that's what we want. So this is really more of a signal that this transformation with this full moon is a transformation, that he is being guided to let go of all those emotional walls. So the actual transformation is really, really good, very strong, and very beautiful. The full moon is going to be encouraging him to shift from, I'm going to say can you say guardedness, from the guardedness that he has to more vulnerability, open on up. So if you will, from silence to expression, which would be a complete, I'm going to say 360, but that's what the full moon is actually helping him do. All right. Here we go. Is he thinking about you today? Let's go and see. I'm going to go here. So, is he thinking about you today? And any lovey-dovey thoughts, despite the silence? All right. Basically, what I will say is, despite the silence is not changing anything into the relationship. I feel like he's into a place where he's a little bit nostalgic. I feel like he's got that beautiful, soft heart, a lot of sentimental feelings towards you today, even if he hasn't reached out, all right? I feel like his energy is leading more towards memories and affection and warmth. I feel like that part of him is actually what he is missing the most, the comfort, the emotional safety that you do give him. So I feel like today he's not necessarily just thinking about you. I actually feel like he's feeling you into a different way. So even though the love is not expressed, the quiet love is there and lives within himself, within his soul, within his heart, within his movement that he does throughout the day. There's not all that many moments into a day where you are not there, where you're not into his thoughts. And it's a little bit like you. I want you to transpose this over to you. You don't necessarily reach out, but he's pretty much always onto your mind, right? So love does still exist even if you do not reach out because of external factors, internal factors, and everything of the such. You still want a relationship with him. So whenever you do have any low doubts like that, look at it into that kind of a way, and you will start to kind of shift your perspective upon it because he does truly love you. Yeah, absolutely, sweetie pie. Let me go and give you some love messages from him. All right. Here we go. No more that's no, I know. Yes, it is going to be happening soon, sweetie. All right. Here we go with some love messages, my sweetie pie. Even in silence, I still feel connected to you. I miss the way your presence simply feels like home. There is a softness in you that I crave when life feels heavy. Hello, beau garçon. You are not easy to forget. I never want to. And your love simply teaches me how to feel again. Beautiful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. Of course you can, SB. We just started 45 minutes ago, sweetie. How are you doing, my love? It is nice to see you. It is my pleasure, my beautiful Julie, sweetie pie. All right, here we go. Talk with you later, sweetie. Love Shine, you're on up next. Okay, just 1 second. And your questions, I think, are into my email. Let's do this. And yes, they're over here. Okay. Wait. Must I go into the other one to see what you're saying beforehand? Hold on a second. Okay, Love Shine. I don't even know if you're here. I'm just going to go and see. Oh, no, your questions are there. I'm the one who put it on unread because I didn't want to miss it. Okay. Okay. So, oh no, actually I'm going to read over here. Yeah. No, wait, let me just, before I answer all these, are you there? Oh, you are there. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I know you need the read. All right, hold on. So, Love Shine, you are going to be at 44 minutes. Okay. After Love Shine, I am moving on forward to go on see Tea Clean. We also have Carrie, Susan, and SB onto the list. Okay, Sweetie Pie. Let me go back into my email. Okay. No. Now, when I say, I explained everything of the such. It's not necessarily... it's that he just wants to make sure. It's almost like if he wants to, how could I say? I feel like it's something that is special into a way that it's not that he doesn't trust you. It's that it's more of a control. He doesn't want to be controlled. I also feel like sometimes he kind of wonders if you kind of try to see things or you try to, it's like if he kind of thinks that maybe you might overanalyze things and then end up like not trusting him. And that kind of makes him a little bit kind of, worried about the trust altogether. Basically, he does trust you though. Now, came in last night, so they'll be hanging around over the weekend and tomorrow. It did not work on Monday nights. Now she's working on Monday nights. Okay. Tu peux aller en dessous des doudous si tu veux, là. Tu vas être plus confortable. Hold on a second, sweetie. Oh, Pierre. Ici. Ouais. C'est confortable. Alright, sorry, fixing a pillow for little Raphael. Je t'aime aussi, bébé. Okay, so who's quitting on Tuesday, so you don't understand why she's starting to work on Monday nights, because the other girl works Monday nights. Like, she's up to something and you could be wrong, right? So you're kind of curious if she's starting to work on Monday nights because, and she thinks that she can make more money, or that she's up to something. Okay. All right, well, let's go and see. Let's go and check out these questions. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with the first one. We're going to go and see what she's actually up to. All right. Okay, hold on. Okay. So why is B suddenly working Monday nights, and what are her intentions is the first thing we're going to go and see. I know. He does a lot of little lies like that, and they're not good. They're not fun, right? Yeah, and you're working on music on Monday nights, and you wonder how cute. That's it, right? Okay, let's go see. Okay. No, I know you don't trust her at all. I don't trust her neither. I wouldn't trust her if I were you, sweetie. So why is she actually suddenly working on Monday nights, and what are her intentions? I feel like there's a couple things. I feel like she's wanting to really just kind of see what's going on. So she's wanting to snoop around. I feel like maybe it's more of an exciting kind of a night, maybe because there is more people that is there. So she is definitely interested into that. But it's definitely not random, okay? The devil is over here. The devil is really coming on in to say, hey, you know what? There is a lot of gossip that is going around. We do want to know what is being said, what is happening, a little bit more exciting, wanting to control things at the very same time. Would I trust her? No, I wouldn't trust her at all, neither. So I'm going to say there's definitely a shift. I don't feel like anything that she's doing at this moment is random. There's nothing random about it. I feel as though it's a little bit like of a low-key strategy. I feel like she's trying to kind of watch or insert herself with subtle little moves. So I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy. There's a little bit of competition. There's also a great desire for attention, especially around M. So yeah, and the energy that you both actually have at the same time, right? I feel as though she's trying to stay kind of a little bit of available or visible around your man. Is it about money? Partially, but it's also a need to be into the mix that is into it. She does not want to be left onto the side. She wants to continue to have control. And by control, I mean knowing what's going on, continuing into the same connection, and really just, setting things the way that she would like them to. So I would say definitely be careful with it. Definitely. All right. His thoughts and feelings for you. Okay. Sweetie pie. 4 wands. No great surprise. Still trying to balance things out. You also do have our beautiful king that is here. We don't necessarily have anything that is hidden, but he is still kind of moving on forward with what he needs to, right? What I'm going to say is this. His thoughts and feelings for you. I feel as though he's got that very strong connection to you. And I will speak of somewhat almost like a soul type of connection, where there is that emotional, there is that spiritual alignment that is there. He knows that the bond that you both have is a rare bond. I feel as though he's always moving a little bit slow. Like he could move quicker, he could move faster. He could see you more if he wanted to. I feel like he's always just a little bit cautious within that, because I feel like he's trying to go at his own pace, what he feels is good for him. All right. Now, he sees you as steady, as loyal, and absolutely meaningful into his life. You are the one that he loves. You are the one that he cares for. You're the one that he thinks about when he wakes up into the morning and when he goes to bed at night, even though anywhere into the in-between, you're always a little bit there, but not completely fully engaged. So you do have his heart, my love. Okay, hold on. And with Amy, sun up until sleep. Sun up until sleep. Feeling loved, feeling comfortable, feeling like he has given you a lot of love also. Feeling like he is in control of the situation, feeling like he's managing things as best as he possibly can, and having a lot, I'm going to say, of sexual thoughts towards you. But this is also about wanting to control the situation in the very best way that he can. It's very important for him to control what is happening around him, what is happening into his environment. He doesn't want to let go of that control ever. You can see him, if there was one card that I would have to, let's say, that I would pin him on, it would be the Emperor. Somebody who is wanting to have control of the situation, somebody who can be a little bit stubborn, but somebody who can love and can be very open also. Wife, sun up until sleep. OSB, the list, I don't think Watson had, there's a few names onto the list that is not there, my beautiful SB. There's a few of them. I think Watson is gone out, is feeding the kitty cat or something. Or maybe Watson is shopping. I don't know. The list needs to be updated. But that being said, my beautiful love, let me go and validate. But I've got you onto my list if that makes you feel better, sweetie pie. Up next is going to be Tea Clean, and then I'm going to come and see you, SB. So we will leave you a timestamp, but you're not going to be far off. All right. So we have Tea Clean next. We have SB. Then I'm going to go and see our beautiful Susan and Carrie. Whenever you're ready, you can always, start posting your questions, my love. All right, let's continue with our beautiful sweetie pie. With wife, sun up until sleep. He's providing for the family. He's doing what he should. But we do have a couple of red flags into the way that I feel like he's a little bit into a place of, how could I say? I feel like he's into a place where he is just kind of moving on forward with what he should, sweetie. So he's providing for the family. He's doing what he should. He's being determined to continue on through. I feel like she seeks a lot of attention altogether, but I also do kind of feel like he's a little bit impatient with her today. So I'm going to say things are going quite fine. They're okay. I'm not going to say love because I never really see love, but I see him being impatient with her today. I see her wanting more attention. And into a loving message for you, sweetie pie. I will say this for you, okay? Let's do this. Let's go over here. Ça va, Lou? Mm-hmm. Okay. Page of Pentacles, followed up by our King of Swords. Also getting over here our Hierophant. I feel as though we're into a place where the loving message that he wants to tell you is this. We want to be able to offer you... Pas dans le tapis ou rien. Quoi? Ok. Attention à ce que tu fais avec ça, s'il te plaît. I feel like we're into a place where we don't want to create any problems. We want you to know that we love you. We want you to know that you're always onto our mind. We also want you to know that if we could offer you that beautiful safe place where you guys could be together, we would. The only thing that is actually stopping him in any kind of way is the fact that he is into a place where his values are not necessarily, or his family values are not necessarily aligning with what he really wants with you. So he wants you to know, sweetie pie, that for him, even into his own, I'm going to say, silence, or into the circumstance that you guys are in, where you have your own life onto your side and he has his, and you guys kind of come on in and meet. He wants you to know that you bring so much value to his life, that you bring peace, that you bring happiness. You are that place. You are that person where he comes and seeks support, happiness, love. And I'm going to say good things in life, because I feel like, yes, he loves his family, but that's not where he finds his source of happiness. It's with you. Yes, it could be, sweetie. It could. Yeah. Is she going to work every, not every Monday, no. She's going to be working often, but not every Monday. As for how Mark is going to be feeling about it, I kind of feel like he's a little bit disappointed that she is going to be there, but he doesn't really have any control, and it's okay. I just feel like he likes her presence, but not all that much. Like, he doesn't want to be seeing her all the time. So, yeah. That being said, I am going to go and see our beautiful Tea Clean, and we're going to leave a timestamp for beautiful Tea Clean. So just 1 second, Tea Clean. SB, you are on up next, my love. So I'm going to put Tea Clean at 104 because I do have to go and get the question. All right. I'm into the email, so I cannot necessarily see. Actually, no, I'm into PayPal now. PayPal. What is this, sweetie pie? What are they saying? And it should take 7 to 10 days. Hey, good for you, sweetie pie. Good for you. All right. I am loving that. It's about time. Alrighty, let's go see. All right. Okay, hold on a second, sweetie. Ouais. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay. So, my beautiful love, we are with our beautiful Tea Clean. Tea Clean. Things are finally putting themselves into the right place. Good for you, sweetie. I'm loving. Yes, I am. Alrighty. So, here we go. Thanks. It's fed up, wait. All right, sweetie pie. Okay. Sweetie Pie, you have been through quite the fair fight all the way up until now. You have kind of passed through a lot. I'm going to say peace after trouble, no doubt about it. I'm going to say this is a little bit of a time to have some type of reconciliation. How are things going with your daughter and her boyfriend, everything of the such? If there's still something that's a little bit there that is kind of blocking, I feel like it could be a good idea to maybe try to fix things if there is a possibility to do so. I feel like things are fairly moving into the right way for you. I feel like we're letting go of some things that are into the past that have been a little bit more complicated. Now, I'm really talking about things that are more onto an emotional level, so emotional complication altogether. I feel like we're slowly a little bit letting go of that, if you will. And at the same time, I feel like we're into a place where you have your own beliefs, you have your own wants, you have your own desires. There's a lot of beautiful things that you're thinking about. But at the very same time, I am going to say, I feel as though you're still kind of struggling to move on forward. There's still defensiveness. And I know, I get it. You've been through so much, my love. You've been through so much. You have had beautiful moments. You've had difficult moments. You have people who never want to let you go, and you know who I'm talking about. You've been trying within, your new business and within health. I feel like health-wise, things are stable. I don't feel like things are going down, but I don't feel like they're going up. So I'm going to say health-wise, things are stable. Financially, I know they said that within the following 7 to 10 days, things would be better. Things would make a little bit more sense, if you will, or anyways, they're going to be working through. So you can say maybe within the following 2 weeks, you should have some news from it. I feel like, yes, there is, an analysis done with it and it's, being processed, but I still feel like you might not necessarily see any money coming from it for the following month. So there could still be, other than those 2 weeks, there could be like another additional 2 to 3 weeks before you actually end up seeing any money coming from that. So that is what I'm going to say in regards to that. Other than that, what I will say is that I feel as though you yourself, my love, I feel like things are moving more into a certain hope. Whatever is happening with the business, I feel like you've put a pause onto it. You haven't put a pause into your mind, into your thoughts, but you've put a pause financially onto it, probably because of, lack of resource or the money not coming on in or all those little things. It could be different type of paperwork also. I feel like things are going to start to kick off a little bit more for the new business that you did want to actually start on off, but it's actually more going to go like after summer, like around the month of September, or a lot of things anyways are going to be finalized around there. So I'm going to say a lot of things coming on through for you. But there's reconciliations, there's different type of emotional bonds that need to be repaired that I feel are full of hope and full of repairs and different type of possibilities that are all going to be very strong and good. So that I absolutely do love. I do also feel that financially there might be a couple more weeks before something actually happens over here for you. But I still feel you kind of, it's like if you're still a little bit struggling, you're still feeling a little bit overwhelmed by different things. So I'm basically going to say into the following month, I feel like there's a lot of good things that are coming for you. There is no doubt about it. Hold on. I feel like there's a lot of good things that are coming towards you. There's nothing wrong with healing, with emotional reconciliation. Those are all things that are very beautiful, that are very strong, that are very important. I feel as though, like I said, financially is going to take a little bit more. You still have that one person, which I'm not going to mention their name, but you know who it is. Their energy is still around you. I don't know if they're still contacting you or not, but their energy is still around you. There's still something that's binding both of you together. Try to make things better if you can with your daughter in any kind of possible way. If that is not maybe fix everything 100%, but try to move on forward within that. It could be something important and good. Business-wise, it's more going to go around the month of September before things really kind of open on up and move on forward. Health-wise, I'm going to say stagnation for the moment. And an angel message for you, sweetie. I feel like you are being held in love, but a beautiful love that is so deep, it is so gentle. I feel like it's moving mountains for you. You're not behind into anything. You're not forgotten into anything. You're never too much. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And you are learning how to bloom into your own time with the circumstances that are around you. What your angels want you to know is that you need to let go of the pressures that are around you. You need to let love, not fear, lead the way into your life, because miracles actually do begin where trust actually does live, sweetie pie. Shoot for it, Lilith. What is it, sweetie? I got you, my beautiful. Thank you, sweetie. I will be with you shortly. Lilith, please do let us know. Actually, Julie, I'm going to answer SB, and then you're going to be on up, all right? So don't go too far, sweetie pie. I'm going to go and get SB's questions. I'm going to put you at 112. Was thrown into your neighbor's yard. Oh, no. Hi, Shar. How are you doing, sweetie? Hi, lovely. It is nice to see you, sweetie pie. Yes, I've got you, Julie. Julie, you're up right after SB. So give me about 5 minutes. You're going to be on up, okay? Ouais. Je t'aime aussi. All right. You're going to wait here and then you're going to burn some bay leaves. Perfect, sweetie pie. All right, SB. Here we go for SB. I'm going to go and gather your questions. And then we're going to go and see Julie, Susan. I'm still looking for Carrie. I don't know where she went. Quoi? All right. Oh yeah, I got you for 2 donations, my love. I do. Yes. What are his intentions for your trip? Let's go and see. It is coming on up. Oh, let's go see Braulio. I gotta love that guy's name. It's a good thing I'm not with him because I'd always be rolling my R's. Braulio. Yeah, that's what I'd be up to all the time. Okay. Okay. So here we go, sweetie pie. So we are with SB. We're gonna go and see our beautiful friend Julie right on up next. I just like to say his name. All right, but that's because I like to roll my R's. Yes. Okay. Anel's friend was late on doing her Italian lessons on Duolingo. And she's like, oh yes, do this, right? Do that. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, you got to help me with my lessons. And they're in Italian. And she's kind of thinking I'm funny because I'm rolling my R's, right? But I do it in French too. And yeah, anyways, point being, lovely name. Huh? All right, hold on. Let me just a second. Qu'est-ce que tu dis là, mon amour?
Par la Google.
You're such a cutie patootie.
Par la Google.
Oh, tu parles à Google? Okay. Alrighty, sorry.
Fabrication d'art.
Raphael was talking to Google. So here we go. True feelings for you. Alrighty. Yeah, really. Oh, Shar, I'm gonna say come back in about. I still have like 3 readings before you. Come back in about 20 minutes or so. Yeah. I'm gonna say in about 20 minutes, sweetie. Okay. Yeah. All right. Feelings. Love. Attention. Hold on, my beautiful, before I talk about Berlioz, okay? Just 1 second, my love. Raphaël, as-tu apporté du slime en haut? Oui. C'est juste ce jeu-là?
De fabrication de...
Regardez qu'on va apporter un tas de slime.
Des tableaux comme la statue de la liberté.
Mais il fait du bruit?
Je sais pas, là. Mettre un peu plus loin. J'ai pas vraiment le temps de venir.
Mais il n'y a pas de lumière. Mais il fait rien. T'as pas rien.
Monte, donne. Donne au caca. Jeu de...
Moi, je suis sur un tournevis. Ah, bah attends, je vais mettre quoi en bas.
Jeu de fabrication de...
Est-ce que quelqu'un qui peut fermer la lumière dans la salle de bain? Ben,
On va aller l'hiver pour qu'on ait un peu de lumière.
Tableau...
Correct?
Oui. All right, got myself some water. Here we go. Populaire. Berlioz's feelings are much deeper than what he is letting on. All right. I feel as though he has the emotional maturity that is necessary. I feel as though he's holding that space within him to really have that real connection, if you will. But I also feel as though he's not saying everything towards you. All right. He's keeping a lot of stuff within because he's kind of waiting to see how things are going to move on forward and everything of the such. So he's really, really, really playing this, or I won't say playing this, but he's really taking things really, really right quite cautiously, one little step at a time. So emotionally, he is feeling safe when he thinks about you, when he thinks about the connection. He is feeling very, very drawn to you. And I have to say, he absolutely admires your energy in every single beautiful way. So, mutual affection, romantic connection, definitely onto its way. Emotional harmony, also. His heart is engaged with you, and not just into a casual kind of a way. He is seeing potential into this bond, and he is valuing the connection on more than one level than you actually think about. So I'm actually going to say, I feel like he feels calm. He feels emotionally open to what is actually growing between you guys. Now, what are his actual intentions for the trip altogether? I feel like he wants to try to gauge things one step at a time. He doesn't want to jump into anything too quickly. It's really, a one thing at a time kind of a thing. So I'm going to say, we do have a lot of joy. He wants it to be fun. He wants it to be lighthearted, and he wants to keep it nice and positive. He is excited to come and spend some time with you. He is excited to make some memories with you, but he doesn't want to feel the pressure and doesn't want to give you any pressure neither. So I feel like this is really about connection. It's about closeness. It's about that deep emotional bond. This has nothing to do with fling, has nothing to do with any type of distractions of any kind of sort into that kind of a way. So there's no doubt about it. He is thinking about the long run. He's not wanting to rush into anything, but he is wanting to build something beautiful and stable with you. So you need to know that onto this trip, he's not going to put you any pressure whatsoever. He's going to kind of gauge your energy, and he's going to navigate the energy that you are feeding him. The more energy you feed him that is loving, that is sweet, that is sexual, anything of the such, the more he will follow on through with it. He's going to stay grounded throughout the entire time. He does not want to push you in any kind of a way. All right? So that is what I am seeing for you. His intentions are sincere. He wants warmth. He wants closeness. And he wants to plant those seeds for something that could truly grow between the both of you. So basically, my beautiful love, you need to let your heart stay open, and you need to let your joy lead you along the way. This connection already has its roots, okay? It's not just a spark, it's a slow burning flame that you guys are both going to be able, if you will, you're going to bring it some oxygen, and it's going to be able to grow, all right? So this is what I'm seeing for you, sweetie. Let me go and give you some messages, see what we've got. Okay, now these are going to be messages that are coming from him, but they're going to be messages that are coming from him, I'm going to say, into a higher self kind of a way. I know that I'm not always great at putting emotions into words, but being near you brings me peace. I want to be able to show up for you. I want to be able to be there for you. I want to be able to bring you comfort into your life. I am very curious about what we will become. So my beautiful love, that is what I have for you. So that being said, my beautiful, wait, did I answer everything? I think I did. I did. Let me go back into PayPal. Yeah, that's it. We are good. You let me know, my beautiful love, if there's anything else, sweetie pie. Uh-huh. Hi, Gypsy. Thank you, sweetie pie. I shall be with you shortly. I'm going to put you right over here. How are you doing, Gypsy? SB, I am sending you so much love, my sweetie pie. Can you get an update? Of course you can. The update is as follows. Moving on forward to Julie at this moment. Then I'm going to go and see our beautiful Susan. So Julie, we have Susan, then we have Shar, we have Gypsy, and I still have Carrie. Whenever Carrie is ready, she is onto the list also. All right. No, I don't, Lilith. I don't. SB, have yourself a lovely evening, sweetie. Thank you, my love. All right. So, Julie, where are you? And you're there. I've got you. Thank you, my dear. Up next is Susan. So, Susan, Shar, and Gypsy. La la la. Let me go over here. Kidoki. All right. Of course it shall. What a question, my beautiful love. Of course it will. Okay, let me just go and gather all this. Okay, so first question, full moon plan. Is it actually going to help with the transformation, and how would it actually help? I will say a yes. A yes, a yes, a yes. I will say yes. Look at this. Look at this. The card that we had earlier that we were wondering about, saying he was not necessarily reaching on out. And now we actually have our Fool that is moving on forward. So for me, it's a yes. I'm going to say the full moon plan that we have is definitely aligning with supporting M's transformation, especially onto the emotional and onto the energetic level altogether. So I'm going to say, I feel like he's a little bit into that place where he does have that internal shift that we have spoken about. I feel like he's releasing outdated patterns, fears, inner walls, all those things. I feel like this full moon is actually going to help him gently kind of shake loose, if you will, what he's been resisting without actually overwhelming him in any kind of a way. So that should be good. That's what we want. I also feel as though we're bringing in emotional balance. We're bringing in healing. We're also bringing in spiritual support. I feel like the energy is going to be calm, it's going to be grounded, and it is going to be more patient. And that is actually going to help him to go and, if you will, have his transformation as he transforms. I feel like what we're going to be doing within the workings and within the intentions is going to help him set and plant those seeds of hope. I feel like we're going to be helping him reconnect to his own heart space, and that is going to soften his guard, and it's slowly going to align with a little bit more of his higher self, which is all things that we want and that we need. So the energy, your energy, is going to help him heal even into his own silence. So the actual moon cycle is going to be a little bit like of a spiritual opening, if you will, and even though he's not going to necessarily going to voice it, he is going to feel it. His soul will feel it. The changes will be there. And that's what's most important. Now, you know that he has not fully spoken out yet, but is that what being into a relationship with him feels like? Oh, sweet Lord, no. Well, I feel like he does have his own independence. He definitely does have his own independence, even when he's into a full-blown relationship. But he's not as scarce. I don't know. He's not as distant, okay? Into the way that he'll actually try to make a little bit more effort along the way. So I will say no, it is not the way that he actually is into a relationship altogether. He's much more action-oriented once he is into the relationship. So I'm going to say absolutely not. It's a very important question. It's a very tender question at the same time. But no, I feel like sometimes he tends to withdraw to process his emotions and how he's investing himself. But his quiet periods aren't rejection. It's really just how he copes. That's his own emotional need, his own emotional rest, and his own emotional space, if you will. Now, what I can actually feel into this is this. I feel as though the connection that you both have is there and is very real. This is not one-sided in any kind of way. It is definitely not imagined, neither. He does feel something that is very rare and that is very real with you. But I'm going to say at this moment, what you are seeing from him is not the way that he shall actually be. What you're seeing is emotional inconsistency, where he feels love, but he actually struggles to express it in a consistent romantic way. So you're kind of finding yourself yearning for more openness and more initiative actually coming from him while waiting for things to actually become official. So I will say, to finish off within that, is yes, some of his silence is part of who he is. There's no doubt. Okay. When things don't go all that well into his mind or into his life, sometimes he distances himself. But being into a relationship with him means communication. And that is going to grow also. It is going to change. So the goal isn't to settle for less than what you need at this moment. What is happening at this moment is you're not quite into that full-blown connection. Therefore, he is still kind of processing his own feelings and his own emotions without necessarily always implying you or implicating you into them. So we need to know that he is changing, that he is onto a certain rhythm. His emotional needs will be fulfilled into a different kind of way once you're into that full-blown relationship. But this is definitely not the way that being into a relationship is with him altogether. Absolutely not, sweetie. Yes. Yeah, no, don't settle. Don't settle for less, sweet Lord. No. Hold on, my sweetie pie. Alrighty. Hold on. They're annoying, but the delivery service is great. You love the next day. I do too, Lilith. I really do. Hold on. Let me go and get your other question too. I know that you do have another one also, sweetie pie. Following one is going to be right over here. And Susan is next. Susan is next, followed up by Shar. Now, you say into the readings, it sounds like there are still lots of blockages and delays from his side. He does still have some, there's no doubt. And it has been, yes. I feel like we are onto a smoother path, but for sure there's still some things that he has to work on too, sweetie. There's no doubt about that. Thank you, my beautiful Carrie, sweetie. So I'm going to say, is he still carrying because he has been carrying a lot of blockages and delays? Are they actually smaller at this moment? So you want to make sure that they're not increasing or anything of the such. And I completely understand that because there has been a lot of things that have happened. But along the way of everything that has happened, there has been a lot of like workings, black and gray workings that have been involved also that have actually hindered your relationship in many different kind of ways and have created a lot of delays. So basically, I'm going to say this. Yes, I do still feel like there are some blockages. I feel like the type of blockages, though, they have shifted. I feel like they're not as heavy, they're not as deep as what they used to be. I feel like he's slowly becoming more self-aware of who he is and what he wants. He's starting to realize more his own fears. I feel like he's overthinking sometimes, and that kind of keeps him a little bit stuck. But the fact that he's realizing them and he's trying to pass through them is very important. Yes, he does still overthink sometimes, and that keeps him stuck. But I'm going to say he's recognizing that those walls are there and that they need to fall on down. So I'm going to say I feel as though this is confirming that you're both going towards somewhat of a turning point where that, let's say, the forever delay is a little bit of a pause that's been kind of creating a lot of cycling for you, a lot of turning around, but that is actually beginning to shift. So I'm going to say the universe is kind of nudging him towards that growth, even if it's not completely visible at this moment. So I'm going to say he is going to come into his own energy. He is going to be tender and it is going to be small, little steps. He is still a little bit guarded, but it is in progress. So it's not as frozen as it was before. This is really a part of him that he is finally willing to feel instead of just retreating. And that's where the major difference is, because into the past, he would always retreat. Now he's no longer into that. He is into the, I'm letting go of my walls. I'm accepting, I'm understanding, I'm trying not to overthink, and I'm moving on forward. That's what he's up to at this moment. So yes, there are still some blockages, but yes, they are actually changing, modifying, and they're thinning. So what used to feel like, I'm going to say, somewhat of a cement wall into the past is now more like a curtain. It's a curtain that he kind of sometimes a little parts onto the side, and that's where you see him, and that's when you talk with him, and that's where he opens on up. But it's not every single day. So he is trying, but for sure the dynamics have changed quite some bit. So are you both closer to a smoother path? I will say yes. I feel like there is that forward movement that is after the struggle. I feel like it's about getting closer to the alignment. I feel like you're both doing that inner work. I feel like he's trying to anchor himself a little bit more within his love and within his own emotional wisdom. So basically, love is a pathway. Love is it's a pathway. It is what it is. There's ups and there's downs, and nothing is effortless along the way. This is about working together. It's about understanding each other. It's about listening to one's heart without necessarily pushing. But it's also about both of you guys, or not both, but mainly him, becoming unstuck instead of always being into that place. So I will basically say the wheel is turning, and the walls are not as heavy, not as thick as they used to be. So definitely moving on forward. No, I know you don't want your mom to worry anymore, but I also know that you do want to have the relationship too. So I'll actually say both. Yeah. All right. Hold on just one second. I am going to go on see our beautiful Susan now. So Susan is next. Shar and Gypsy are next. Shar and Gypsy. Shar and Gypsy. Susan. Where's my Susan? Here's my Susan. All right, here we go. All right. What's going on between? I'm going to go and put a timestamp over here. See you a little bit later, sweetie pie. I know you want to give her some good news. I know you do, sweetie. Susan is going to be at 1:39. Yes. All right. So, what's happening for you, sweetie pie? Just a second. Just one moment. All right. Beautiful, Susan. Here we go. Okay. All right. Thank you, my beautiful. Sweetie pie. Your love. He's into a place where he thinks about you. I feel like sometimes he wants to collaborate, and I say sometimes because it's not always. But I feel like he's ultimately afraid of conflict in many, 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 many different kind of ways. Yeah. Hi, my beautiful high priestess. Thank you, sweetie pie. I will be with you though, however, in about 15 minutes or so. Okay, sweetie. All right. Here we go, sweetie. He knows that he upsets you. He knows that he upsets you, my beautiful Susan. He does. But I feel like he knows that he upsets you, but he knows that he can continue doing what he is doing. And that's where the major problem is. I know. You are stuck, and you're stuck. No. You could be unstuck if you wanted to be unstuck. There's always a way. You never actually have to follow the path that you're onto. There's always an alternate path. The alternate path might not be one that we want to choose because it could be more uncomfortable. It could change things. It could mean insecurity. There's a lot of things that could go along with it, but there is always a second path. So if you're stuck, not quite. You do have other paths, although they're not desirable at this moment. So you are choosing to stay where you're at this moment. Also because you still do love this man. You do love this man. This man does a lot of bad to you, a lot of emotional damage, a lot of psychological damage, but you do care and you do love for this person, right? But I just kind of feel like we're a little bit into a situation where you're not ready to let go of this person, and this person knows, and so this person continues to do the same thing over and over and over again. So he will continue to abuse of the situation until you say at one point that it is no longer acceptable. Until then, he shall continue. So I'm going to say I feel as though at this moment, I know it sounds like you're a little bit stuck, right? But I don't necessarily feel that you are necessarily stuck. Yeah. So, my love, I'm going to say this. I know that at this moment, things, like I said, they're complicated. Is he with somebody at this moment in time? I'm going to go and see if he's with somebody at this moment in time. All right? Char, let us know if you're around, okay? I'm actually going to have to say I do feel like he is with somebody at this moment. Yeah. So I'm going to say I do feel like he was with somebody. There is no doubt about it. I know that you want to stop thinking about him and let him know how it really feels to act like into that kind of way, right? Where will I get tired of cut him off? He made it. Yeah, because you have an angel message, and then okay, we're gonna go and see what's happening with that. Okay, we know that he's not giving you enough money. We know that he's not paying what he should be paying. We know that he's not doing what he should be doing at the very same time. Yeah, we know all those things. That being said, it's what he has been giving you forever is not okay. He's giving everything to everybody else, right? So, sweetie pie, this is really, really, really quite strongly over here a question of what you would like, what you think is good for you. I myself personally, I know that you do love the man, but I know that you're absolutely upset with him, but I also know that there's a certain amount of revenge that is into it. Honestly, I feel like your guardian angels want you to be safe. So your guardian angels want you to be safe. They want you to be happy. They want you to feel fulfilled. They don't want you to have to worry. They don't want you to have to be frustrated. Guardian angels are not for revenge, neither. Nobody is up for revenge. If you want to do revenge, that's entirely up to you, because this person has hurt you in many different kind of ways. But that is not the message that is coming on through. The message that is coming on through for you by your guardian angels is that you are strong, you are loved, you are cared for, you deserve so much more than what you're getting at this moment. But quite frankly, your guardian angels really they're trying to shed light upon a situation for you. They're trying to make you see something, but they can't make you do something. It is entirely up to you to decide what path you're going to be taking once the light has been shed upon you. I feel like that light has kind of flashed upon a few times, but I feel like we're not ready for it. So if you're still not ready for it, stay into the situation that you're in, my sweetie pie. But at least try to have your voice heard. Say what you've got to say. Open on up as much as you can. Try to change things as much. By staying silent, you're not helping. By staying silent, you're digging deeper. So be open. Speak about it. Be assertive. Say what you need. Say what Angel needs. Let him know. The more he knows, maybe the less he'll actually do. Maybe the more effort he'll actually put into the relationship altogether. But those are all things that you're going to have to do whenever you're actually ready for it, sweetie pie. As for what is happening over there, yes, with Brian. Did he take a picture just to send his girlfriend when you get off the phone with Andrew? Does he let Ginger listen to her messages? No, he doesn't let anybody listen to your messages. Your messages are what they are, and he doesn't let anybody listen to them. As for Brian, did he actually take a picture just to send to his girlfriend? No, I don't believe that he did. I know, sweetie. On meeting up with AJ on the 24th and 22nd, is he trying? I don't know what you're talking about onto the 22nd along with Wisconsin and along with that, sweetie. I don't. It cut on off, so I couldn't completely say, my love. There's no doubt, okay? Your man is playing games, and it's not fair, and it's not okay, and it's complicated. I really need you to be as secure as you possibly can be, and I need you to think what is best for you and what is best for Angel. Sometimes what is best is to stay into your current position. Sometimes it's best to walk away, even if it's more difficult at that moment. But you're the only one who's going to be able to decide that, my love. We know he's playing games. We know he's giving money to everybody except for you and Angel. We know that he's doing you wrong. We know that he says to everybody that you're into an open relationship and it's okay, but nobody must say anything to you. There's a lot of things that are being said. As for Brian, you will be friends again, but into the future when he's no longer with this girlfriend. Until then, it's going to remain kind of complicated. I'm gonna go and see. Gonna go and see over here our beautiful Shar, followed out by Gypsy. Okay, hold on. Shar, my love, are you around, Spitty Pie? Although you always like to have a timestamp too, right? So let me just go and see the timestamp, sweetie. Oh, sweet Lord. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Just 1 second, Shar. All right. So here we go for Shar. How do people see you yesterday? Shar's gonna be at 155. Oh, you did? When did it start, my beautiful Lilith? All right, here we go. latest season dropped yet? Oh, there you go. I was looking for something to watch, and my mom was telling me, oh, you should watch this and you should watch that, and blah, 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 blah. And I never end up, and whatever actually ends up going on, you know, Netflix, I'm like, what do I watch? Okay, now I know what I need to go and watch. Yes. All right. Alrighty. Fair enough, right? I know. All right. Oh. Shar, first question. Here we go. The what? The Gardener and Gone Girls. Gone Girls. Is Gone Girls the documentary? Is that a possibility? Is that the one? Yeah, that's it, Lilith. I started to watch that one, but I didn't finish it yet. Yeah. Alrighty. But it was onto your mind. Let me go and see. Okay, I'm gonna go and see, sweetie. I'm looking at them at this moment. Hold on, my love. How did people see you yesterday? The opposite sex altogether. I feel, my love, that... I don't know. Why do I feel like there's a lack of movement? Are you not necessarily getting what it is that you want out of it? It's like if, let's say, you go on out and you go and see people. Maybe you're wanting these people to make some movements towards you, but I don't necessarily see the movements being done. That's what I can feel, a little bit of the energy that I'm getting at this moment. So I'm going to say I feel like I feel like the people around you of the opposite sex thought that you were attractive, that you seemed interesting, but not necessarily to go and make any moves. How did they see you compared to your friends? Gypsy, let us know if you're here. You're going to be on up next. So Gypsy is next. Then we're going to go and see HP. Honestly, my love, I feel like they have respect for you. I feel like sometimes you kind of intimidate them into a way that maybe you seem like you're a little bit more self-assured, or you seem to be giving out that type of attention towards other people. I'm basically going to say over here, Sweetie Pie, I feel as though I'm not necessarily going to compare the looks. I don't feel like they're necessarily seeing your friend as, or your friends as being better looking than you. I really just feel like it's more of a question of how you present yourself, the energy that you actually give on out, that I feel that is different. That's what I feel from that. So I feel like they see you as more quiet, more introspective, maybe a little bit more emotional, deeper than your friends. And I kind of feel like sometimes you're a little bit harder to read, which makes it a little bit more difficult for them to actually come and approach you. Now, why did your friends get more attention to you, and do you give? Well, that's a little bit what I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. So that's a little bit what it is. It's really just the type of vibes that you're giving on off altogether. Your energy, I feel, kind of unintentionally, if you will, signals some kind of emotional distance or a little bit of protectiveness. And I feel like that kind of shows that, yes, you're wise. Yes, you're emotionally there. It's very discerning, but you're very careful with your energy. So I feel like sometimes they actually kind of misread your quiet, or sometimes misread a little bit the shy nature that you have as not being as open, but it's not because you're not open, you know. That's what I mean with it. So I'm going to say that's what I'm getting as into the vibes. Well, now, why did your previous teachers whisper about you, and what did they actually say? Onto that, I'm actually going to say I feel like this is something more of, I feel like you kind of stand out to them into a different way. I feel like because of your emotional depth, I feel like the unique, if you will, sensitivity that you have, the intelligence that you have at the same time. I feel like they see you as somebody who has great inner strength, who has beautiful mystery, but you spark a lot of curiosity. And I kind of feel like sometimes they kind of wonder onto that kind of way. So I'm going to say the whispers are not something that are bad. I don't want you to think about their whispers as them saying something negative about you or gossiping about you or anything of that. It's not about that. I feel like it's more of them kind of talking about your reserved energy, maybe some challenges that you might have, but it is nothing malicious. So I don't want you to feel confused or unsure about how they are towards you, or if they're supporting you in any kind of a way. So that's what I see. It's just that there is an energy that is different about you that they don't necessarily know how to pin, or they don't really know what to do with it. Now, how differently will men treat you after you lose weight? Let's go see. So Gypsy, please let us know if you are around, sweetie, and High Priestess. So Gypsy and a High Priestess. We're going to be closing up the readings at 11:30, so into the following 22 minutes for beautiful Lilith and Juanson. Now, how differently will they actually treat you? Are you going to get out? Are you going to get asked out more? That kind of depends. It kind of depends, my love. It depends on the type of energy that you're going to be giving on out. You can lose weight. Like, somebody can be very thin, or what we could think may be socially acceptable or more socially attractive. but they could still not get asked out because of their personality, because of the way that they are. So it's not just something that is physical. It's not just the look. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you are. So I do feel, however, that you will get more attention from men who didn't necessarily see you before, because unfortunately it's a little bit the way that life is and the way that things kind of go on through. So I'm going to say you are going to have somewhat of more confidence, more of a glow up, more of beautiful self-worth also. Julie, if you're around, I'm going to come and see that, sweetie. I feel as though you're going to have to be careful, you know, not just to fall for people who are going to be giving you more attention. This is about, yes, you will probably have more romantic opportunities, more flirtation, but that's what I'm seeing. So you're going to be seeing, you're going to be noticed more, but not necessarily asked out more. How is the weight loss going, and are you making any progress altogether? I do feel like you are making some progress. I don't feel like you're making the progress that you would like to, though. I feel like sometimes you feel like you're a little bit stuck, or you're not losing enough at the actual rhythm that you would like to. So, are you making progress? Yes. Do you feel like it's a little subtle this moment? Yes. But you've got strength, and that confirms your discipline. It confirms your emotional courage, and that you're not just, you know, changing your body. You're also healing. You're changing inside. So yes, it's a physical transformation. It's starting to take root, but it's going to take a little bit more time. I know that you're still a little bit into that wish phase. So yes, you are making progress, but like I said, it's a little bit stagnant at this moment, not going at the same pace that you would like it to. I feel like there's modifications and changes that would be important to implement within the following 2 to 3 months if you want to end up being at the weight that you would like to by the end of the year. It's not something you'd like to think about or prioritize, but you'd be lying if I said you don't think about it, or it doesn't make you slightly insecure, right? I know, sweetie pie. Mm-hmm. What do you got going on? Oh, Julie, that is beautiful, sweetie pie. Ooh, I love that. Oh, that is so nice. Your flame. Oh my God. Wait, let me just do it like this. Your flame, my beautiful Julie, is higher than the actual size of the candle. I shall say congratulations. Beautiful. All right. My beautiful Shar, don't let go. Don't, you know, just, yeah, don't let go, sweetie pie. Things are going to work on through into the right moments whenever everything is actually ready to happen, okay? Don't push things. Just one step at a time, sweetie pie. Do it for you, and then everything will start to come on through. But it's a outside transformation, but it's also an inner transformation as it goes along. You have to believe into yourself more. You have to have more confidence. You have to know your worth, because you're just as worthy as you are now as when you're going to be after you lose 5, 10, 15, or 20 pounds. You're the same beautiful lady. It's just the outside, if you will. Your envelope is different, but you're still the same beautiful Shar. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to go and see our beautiful Gypsy here. Gypsy, let me know if you're here. Shar, don't give up, sweetie, all right? Gypsy's going to be at 210. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go like that. So Gypsy is at 210. We're going to go over here. Alrighty. Oh, I think we've got Mimi. I think we have Mimi who has just popped on through too. So we're going to have Mimi that's going to be into that also. Okay. So, my love, I have to go back into PayPal. Do I have all of my beautiful Carrie's questions? I will check it on through, sweetie. All right, hold on. All right. Gypsy, where are you? It's interesting. I know, Carrie, you're really worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not worried about anything happening within all that stuff. Not at all. Not one tiny little bit. Yeah. All right, so Gypsy. You didn't? Oh no. Oh no, I'm so sorry, my beautiful Gypsy. What happened with that? Oh, sweetie pie. All right. Okay. I'm still sorry, sweetie. I am. Okay. And I did put a timestamp. We forgive you, Elaine. Hi, sweetie. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen, Carrie. I don't. No. All right, so so how are you going to enjoy the product design and the UX all together? I actually like that. I think that's actually great. I do. Okay, so here we go, sweetie, all right? I'm actually going to say beautiful, powerful, aligned path for you, sweetie. I feel like this is not only going to be about skill development, but I actually feel like you're going to be emotionally fulfilled into it, and I feel like you're going to be able to find somewhat of your own, I feel like you're going to be able to find some freedom to create in your own voice, if you will. All right. I know that it's about transformation. I know there's a lot of changes. I know there's a lot of modifications, but I feel like they're going into the right way. I feel like this is going to be a fresh start for you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of potential that is actually going to be coming on through. I feel like there's a lot of exciting, if you will, unknowns within all of this. I feel like you are going to be feeling somewhat energized. I feel like you're going to be stepping into something that is different. But this is actually going to feel true to you. I feel like it's going to feel true to your spirit. So I feel like you have absolutely everything that is within you to do really, really good. I'm not even just going to say really good. I'm actually going to say that you're able to excel into this. I feel like your creativity, I feel like your communication, I feel like your empathy, I feel like your adaptability. I feel like you have everything that is necessary within your energy, within your ideas. It's going to be perfect, sweetie. So do not even worry about it. I feel like this is going to be a brand new project, and I feel like you're actually going to be able to impact others quite positively. So you're not just actually going to enjoy it, you're going to love it, and you're actually going to thrive through it. So I feel like this is actually going to allow you to express your vision. I feel like it's going to be somewhat uplifting, and I feel like this is going to be fantastic to help you grow into a career that's going to support as much your mind as your heart altogether. So if we go and look at what's going to be happening into the following 3 months, and I know that this is kind of propelling you forward within all your plans and all your path, and I know that, overall, I know that you did want to, go on over and, move out of the States and everything as such and go to Europe. So maybe this could kind of propel you to move on forward and do it also. It's sometimes, we just receive those little nudges that make us do things. Yeah. For the following 3 months. All right. Oh, sweet Lord. Hold on. Into the following few months. Actually, I'm going to switch up decks now that one fell down. I don't really feel like taking it. Healing. There's healing for you. I feel healing. I see healing. So there's creativity. There's imagination. There is healing. There is mystery about the future. But mystery about the future is not necessarily a bad thing. I do want you to be careful for some people who could be hiding things or kind of sneaky. Be careful for sneaky people into your life. All right? Always have to be careful for sneaky people. I'm going to say emotional healing, realignment. This is a shake-up. It's allowing you to dream bigger. It's allowing you to feel more hopeful, lighter, ready to believe in what is actually coming on through. So you're going to start to see into the following month different type of synchronicities that are going to be entering into your life. Now, this is going to be a time for you to focus, to learn, and to build. That's what you're up to. You're like, I said it the other day, but I did like it. You're a little bit like Bob the Builder. You're building, all right? Gypsy the Builder. You are going to be immersed into, maybe into a course or a mentorship, some type of opportunities, but you're going to be into your zone. You're going to be more observing, applying different knowledges. This is where your confidence is actually going to start to grow. All right. So this is where your hard work is actually starting to pay on off. So I feel like by the time July kind of comes on through, I feel like you're inspired, but I actually feel like you're ready to be seen. You're ready to go out. You're ready to do something. You're ready to land. You're ready to take that opportunity. You're ready for the networking into the right cycles. And your confidence is just that much better, and it is rising. Like I said, I do want you to be careful for those people who can be a little bit tricky or gossipy or kind of be into the way. But you are going to start to recognize your natural leadership and your beautiful charm all together, sweetie pie. So basically, I'm going to say that whatever has happened for a reason. The path kind of falls down into that kind of way, but you're not lost. You're simply being redirected into the alignment. I feel like you're actually going to find yourself somewhat of your new, if you will, career home. So, sweetie pie, things are changing, things are modifying. I still don't see all that much happening in love, so I'm going to say love's onto the side. I feel like you're focusing more on you, yourself, your future, your career, your son. And it's a beautiful place to be into. So it might be a little bit kind of shaky at this moment, but it is going to be for something good. You are going to do great. You are going to be more creative. You are going to be happier. Ultimately, you weren't really happy where you were before. It was a job and it paid, but you were not necessarily happy. You were not necessarily where you wanted to be, and you wanted more. You wanted the pay to be more. I feel like you'll be able to actually go and get that by doing the different type of endeavors that you're doing at this moment. So basically, my love, I do see success. I see alignment, healing. I see a lot of knowledge coming on through. I see a lot of creativity. And I see some happiness along the way. So I'm going to say good for you, sweetie pie. And I am going to give you an angel message, sweetie. And then I'm going to go and see HP. And then I am going to go and see Carrie. And we're going to go and finish up with Mimi after. Angel message for you. Oh, actually, no. After Mimi, we do have our beautiful Elaine. That's true. The divine is seeing your efforts, your healing, your quiet strength. What feels uncertain now is simply the space between who you are and who you are becoming. Your angels want you to know that you are being guided with every single step. Even the ones that feels like a stumble, nothing is wasted. Every single emotion, every shift, every moment of doubt is part of who you're becoming. So please do trust. I've got your email, my beautiful Elaine. Thank you. Please do trust that everything is working into the right way for you, my beautiful love. And you are going to find beautiful blessings that you have not actually quite imagined all the way up until now. Just one tiny little second. All right. Absolutely, my beautiful. See you soon, sweetie. What is that? You pushed, what is it? I pushed your limits? You felt bullied. The group isn't doing anything. Oh, no. I hate that. I hate that, Elaine. I hate it whenever you work into, yeah, I hate that. When you work in groups and not everybody actually kind of gives on in what they should be giving, right? I know, I hate when that happens. I don't like working in groups. I don't. I despise it. I really don't. Yeah. Okay, hold on just a second. All right. I am going to go and see our beautiful High Priestess, and then we're going to move on forward. So just a few seconds. Sadly, you need to do that. I know, sweetie. My beautiful High Priestess. High Priestess at 226. Yeah, don't worry about it, my beautiful. Nothing is happening, beautiful Carrie. Nothing is happening. All right. Let's go over here. All right, Sweetie Pie. That's not where I want to go. High Priestess, just 1 second. PayPal is playing games with me, but I've got it. Okay, today you received an email. An email from an investigator? What is that? But you didn't see any, okay. Yeah. And honestly, you put your 2 weeks in this upcoming week? Oh no. I'm sorry, my beautiful High Priestess. Oh my God. Ah, yuck. Yuck. All right, sweetie. Okay. I understand, sweetie. Honestly, I'm actually going to have to say I feel like this person is actually kind of involving you into this so that you would give out a different type of, it's really what they want. They want you to give out the different type of opinion that you didn't see anything, that nothing kind of happened, so you can come on in as a supporting, whatever. That being said, you still shouldn't be involved into the whole thing altogether. So let's go and see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, Six of Swords coming on through. Here we go. This is what I'm going to say. You do have the power, and you have utilized your power. Therefore, you have decided that you're not going to follow on through with it, and that you're going to somewhat end this. Now, this is actually saying that the truth is onto your side. I know that you're holding on to your integrity, but I'm going to say calm communication is going to be important. Your honesty into the situation is going to speak for itself altogether. Even if others are trying to stir a different type of confusion, because that's really what I actually feel is actually going on. I feel like we're trying to actually kind of create some type of confusion within all of this. I feel as though you did exactly what you were supposed to. So you said the truth clearly and respectfully. I do not necessarily feel like this is exactly what they were expecting in any kind of a way. The energy around you at this moment is tense. Justice is in motion. You're being asked to stand tall into all of this, and you're being asked to say your own truth. And then just kind of let the truth do the talking and do the rest. There's conflict, and it has nothing to do with your actions. I feel like there's other people around you into the office that are projecting, that are panicking, that are clinging to different type of control, but it's not your problem. It's not you. You're kind of just caught out into all of this because of the poor management and because of the internal dysfunction altogether. So my love, I feel like you're being told to close, to bring closure. It's like if this is the universe's way of saying, this must be done, this must be closed, this must be a final test. It's really giving you that final clarity that this is no longer good for you. It's no longer resonating with you. Whether you put in your 2 weeks or not, this moment is simply helping you level on up so you can see your worth, your desires, and your happiness more clearly. So, sweetie, you didn't come this far all the way to be questioned. You didn't come this far to be grilled in any kind of a way. You came this far so that you could be, and so that you could evolve, if you will. This is Spirit's way of saying that you have outgrown what was necessary for you into that place. And now it's time for you to respect your light, yourself. And it's time for you to know that you are protected into it and that you do need to trust your instincts because a path ahead is going to be better. It's going to be more peaceful for you. So there is definitely a voyage. There's definitely a letting go, a walking away altogether. For what? You're standing up for your wants, your needs, your rights, your respect, everything of the such. You're not feeling like you're into a good place anymore, not seeing any more options, and you're just kind of breaking. You're going to go, and you're going to go and find yourself. This is a milestone. You're going to go and find yourself a better place, a happier place altogether. I know that you're probably wondering when all of this, I still feel like even though you did put in your 2 weeks or you're going to put in your 2 weeks, I still feel like there is going to be some little bits and pieces here and there. I still feel like they're going to want to interrogate you. I still feel like they're going to want to meet up with you and talk with you and everything of the such. I don't feel like even by putting your 2 weeks that you're going to be able to evade this. I still feel like you're going to have to be put through it. But at least when that is over, it will be done with and you'll be able to clear the path and walk away. That being said, I foresee that within the following 7 weeks, you will find yourself another job elsewhere. I know that you most likely want to start working more into your own project, onto your own path, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I always encourage you to do so. But as for another job, may it be, I know that you evoked different kind of places that you could be working on to the meanwhile. You do have a backup plan, but for you to be back a little bit into a domain where you truly want to be into, it's going to take a good 7 to 8 weeks. But I know that you have a backup plan along the way, so... So hold on, let me go over here. He also said it was okay to record the call, so you recorded it. Good for you, sweetie. Good for you, my love. Absolutely. Yeah. High Priestess, you are going to find something is going to be better for you and you will be happier, my love, honestly. Elaine, don't post over here though. I might not see it, or I might. I still have Carrie before you, and I have Mimi. So don't post your questions over here, okay, Elaine? I'm probably not going to be able to see them, sweetie, and I'm not following the chat at this moment. All right, I just don't want you to be upset if I don't see your message. So just maybe ask it later when I'm with you, okay? Yeah. My beautiful high priestess, I'm proud of you, sweetie. You have one of the most beautiful qualities, and you have always had it. You stand your ground all the time. You have the utmost beautiful respect and confidence within yourself. And that is not, we all have it, but we don't all utilize it. So good for you for always doing so, sweetie. You will find better, I promise you, my love. I know, my love. Okay, hold on. I am going to go and see Carrie, followed out by Mimi and Elaine. So Carrie, here we go, sweetie. Okay. Oh, Carrie, I don't know why I'm going over there. You're not over there. That's going to be for Mimi. And Carrie, just one second. All right. So, Carrie, my love. Hey, wait, what is this, Mimi? Was busy just now, not sure is done with all the reading already, but you just sent it. Okay, to the email. Okay. Okay, so Carrie, here we go. Oh, live is closed now. Live is closed. Oh, Gypsy, I'm sorry. You were saying 40% got laid off? Layoffs are no. Sad, but inevitable. Is that a lot because of Cheeto? What's going on with that? Why was 40% of the company laid off, my beautiful Gypsy? It was a company, and the FDA is getting rid of. Okay, so it was kind of bound to happen, and you can't say which company, but it was popular. Ah la 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 la. Ah, sweetie pie. I'm sending you so much love, sweetie. But this is going to be good for you, Gypsy. It really is going to be good for you. I promise you, my love. We are going to put over here for our beautiful Carrie. It is going to elevate you, my beautiful Gypsy. And I know that you're going to take this occasion and you're going to transform yourself. You're going to be happier with it. I know you kind of have to run with it, right? I know, sweetie. Carrie's going to be at 240. Gypsy, please send me an email. Talk with me. Let me know how it's going, and I'll write back to you, okay? I feel like I don't have a lot of time to necessarily talk about what's happening with you, but if you want to send me an email, I will write back to you and get back to you, and we can discuss about this together if you want, okay?
Fourre le lac, attends.
J'ai pas le temps de regarder vos affaires. All right, my beautiful gypsy. Please do so. Chat about it, okay? Because I don't know, I feel like I'm not giving you enough of myself at this moment, gypsy, and I want to. So please, if you want to talk about it with me, send me an email. We can talk about it, okay? Whenever you're ready. I'll look forward to your email. If you want to, of course. If you want to. Carrie, did I put a time? I did put a timestamp. Now, I am not going to be looking, all right? No, honestly, Gypsy, I love you, sweetie. I really do. And I want to be able to be there for you, and I want to be able to do more than just answer your questions. So if you want to reach out, we'll discuss about it, all right? Yes. Oh, Juanson, where you gone with kitty cat again? Oh my God. Alrighty. So, Carrie, wait, did I? Let me go over here. Okay, here we go. I just want to make sure that I've got everything that I should. Oh, she was hungry, wasn't she? Oh my God. I'm no longer looking at the chat again. I'm not. I was just looking to see if I put a timestamp for Carrie, which I did. So, yes, I know. Julie, too, I'm no longer looking into the live. If you want to send me a message, go on a messenger, because otherwise I probably won't answer. I'm going to be a few moments with Carrie, and that's where I'm looking. So, yeah. Oh, there you go, Gypsy. That was way too quick. Did you just write to me, hello? What is that email? It's way too short. Oh, way too short. Honestly, we just talked. Oh, I do not, my sweetie. I do not love, yeah. Here we go. I thought that was way too quick of a message. Oh, I did send you something back though. I did send you 2 different options, so you can pick whichever one you prefer. Maybe you don't like neither one of them. I don't know, but it's what I've got. All right, as my phone is telling me to get ready to go to bed, honestly. Okay, so Carrie, sweetie. I know, seriously. Oh, I also have Instagram, Gypsy, but I don't use it. So I would probably pick the 2 that I sent you. All right. So you worked hard for him to be able to go. Have the energy and not as bad as pain. Lots of healing oil. How did he feel during it? Okay, let's go see. How did he actually feel during it altogether? Let's go see. Hold on. All right. Lots of healing. He talked a little bit, 3-4 days, but better than nothing. How did he feel during it? Okay, sweetie. Honestly, I feel like at this moment, I feel like he was okay, sweetie. I know that you worked really, really hard for him. I know that you've done a lot of things all together. Yeah, no, he was successful. He was able to do whatever it is that he needed to do. There's no doubt about it. It's a yes upon that. No. I feel like the healing that you did was good, but I feel like it was temporary. All right? I feel like he felt a temporary relief from it, but it was not something that that is going to be good over time. You're going to have to continue to do it. And I really, really feel like he's going to need something more at some point in time. There's no doubt. He really, really needs more medical help than anything else. So physiotherapy, all that stuff. But what you're doing is good. It is. Yeah, it would definitely be good for him, no doubt. That is not going to be a bad thing for him. It will be good. I feel like there's a few things that he could actually do within that, honestly. There's a few. What is happening with those females? Is he being more flirty or not? He's not being more flirty, but he gives out whenever he receives. If he receives something and somebody asks for something in return, I feel like he will give something in return, and he will accept whatever it is that comes towards him. Like, he's not going to say no to somebody, but he's not purposely going to go out and hunt for different women and that stuff. That I don't feel like he's doing. Yeah. Well, the physio, he's got to continue working onto it. Like, physio is a lot of work, and you have to go every week, every 2-3 weeks. You got to do the exercise at home. And the physio doesn't necessarily take everything away, but it does help an awful lot. So, yeah. I feel like he does sometimes. I feel like he does. Yeah. I feel like he does sometimes. I'm not going to say often, but I feel like he does. If they actually ask him for something, I feel like he will give something. I know. I don't feel like it happens often, but it does happen sometimes. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like he pays the girl. No. Yeah, no, she can't be paid daily. Like, he doesn't pay her for videos or anything. He might pay her for a couple pictures sometimes, but nothing much more. But when I say pay, it might be like $4 or $5. Yeah, it's not a big thing. Strictly a business thing, right? I don't feel like he's been necessarily doing a lot with her lately. Or did he take it? He didn't take it to the next step with her. No, there's nothing more happening with her. Is he sending gifts out to people? I do feel as though he does sometimes. But like I said, not often. There might be 2 or 3 different people who send him pictures often that he actually sends something out to. But nothing much more, sweetie pie. I know, my love. Oh, sweet Lord. Hold on. All right. He does love you. He does love you, sweetie. He does. I don't feel like there's anybody else that he is actually getting feelings for than you. He is interested. Their needs come before you. I don't believe that their needs actually come before you. I don't see that. Oops. He sends them stuff, but not... no. The difference between you and them is that you often send things out, so he's kind of used to you sending things out. And what he receives by them, sometimes he actually utilizes them for him, but sometimes he actually uses it for other people too. You know, the other people that I'm talking about. That's where everything becomes a little bit more complicated. All right. Raphael is snoring. I was hearing a funny noise. um... All right. Into the following few days, I feel like he's staying at home. I do see our queen, which is telling me that he's probably going to be going to see his mom. But other than that, I feel like he's not really doing anything else, sweetie. I don't. So I'm going to say to you over here, sweetie pie, I don't see any problems with it, sweetie. I'm going to say he's pretty much staying at home. What are his thoughts and feelings for you? Is he still faithful? All right. He's still faithful. He's still waiting for you. What's happening with the plane tickets, my love? The DTC is still going to take 3 to 4 weeks. Workings with LMBP, you're talking another good, I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks. You found some for, okay, when is that for? Are you going to be going on up with it? 2 transfers, that's not bad. Your workings are going to take approximately, I'm going to say 6 to 8 weeks. I don't believe your daughter has anything of what you're saying. No. He does still look at your gifts. He does still want more. But the thing is that yours are different than the others. And to the way that the others he utilizes also for work, yours, they are just for him. As for the cars actually getting worked on and everything of the such, I don't feel like you're going to get the amount of money that you would like to, and I feel like there might be a couple of problems actually fixing them, but I do ultimately feel like you will be okay financially within it. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, the property taxes. Okay, I get you. Yeah, it's that time of the year, right? La 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 la. Okay, well, that is a fair price. When would be the departure for that? And Mimi is next, followed by Elaine. Okay. Early May till end of May. Oh, God. If you were able to take it, I would take it, sweetie. Oh, fudge. All right. You feel like home in a world full of noise. Even in silence, you're the one my heart speaks to. With you, every ordinary moment simply feels magical. You are the calm in my chaos, and you are the warmth into my heart. My favorite place is anywhere near you. Oh, good question, sweetie. All right, let's go and see into the meanwhile. Yeah, you know who we're with? You're good. Yeah, we're with Cherry Pie, sweetie. We have MZ again. Where's MZ? I don't know. You must know something that I don't know. All right. Thank you so very much, my sweetie pie. I shall confirm with you tomorrow, my dear Hanson. Oh, you're such a sweetie pie, my beautiful Carrie. Thank you so very much, my love. You're a sweetie pie. All right, hold on. Just a quick, a quick luck guess. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me go and see. You're just guessing now, Juanson. I'm going to go and see Mimi followed out by Elaine. And I'm going to go and check out for your quick guess. But no, I don't think so. I think we're done with our beautiful love. I think she's relaxing and she's doing what she needs to do. Yeah. No, we don't. You can take out MZ, sweetie. I'm moving on forward to our beautiful Mimi. Then I'm going to go and see Elaine and yourself, and we're done for the evening. I am going to actually go and pin that at the very same time. Let's pin. Yeah. You're just fantasizing things. So Mimi's going to be at 3:05. I'm just going to go and get... Where's MZ? Oh, she was here previously. She's not here now. She was here. Oh, yeah. Good night, my love. No, I don't think Wanson wants to be last. I don't think so. talk. Sorry, I said a bad word. Didn't want to say it. All right. So Mimi. Email for Mimi. Gypsy. Okay. My God. All right, Mimi, here we go. It's true you've been strong. It's true you've been, thinking about you and everything of the such. It is true, Mimi. I'm not lying in any kind of shape or form or way. That's what you've been doing, and that's what you always do. Ah, la, 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 la. I know, you're always thinking about everybody else, but not necessarily you. Okay, so let's go and see. It is so true. And when will you have somebody who truly knows you and takes good care of you? You need good... I know. And at some point in time, you have to tell yourself who's going to take care of you into all of this, right? I know. Why? Oh, Carrie, what happened? Oh, I said the F word? All right. Oh, aha. 10 seconds. What did you do? What is it? Oh, okay, I see what it is. I see what it is. I get it. Ouais, mais je peux pas. Je vais pouvoir dans à peu près 10 minutes. Il me reste encore 3 personnes. All right. Mimi, here we go. When are you going to have somebody who truly loves you and takes care of you too, right? Oh, my beautiful Mimi, my beautiful love. Let's go and see. Elaine, do I have all your questions into my email, by the way? Please let me know if everything is there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, not acceptable. Not acceptable. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Got it, sweetie. Thank you, my love. Just wondering. It's all good. Do you have a timestamp? Oh, Mimi, that's Mimi Michelle. Of course you do, sweetie pie. Of course you do, my love. Where is yours? Somebody has it somewhere. I believe Lilith has it for you, sweetie, but you do have it. And yeah. My beautiful Lilith, do you know where our beautiful Mimi Michelle's timestamp is, sweetie pie? Nice to see you, Mimi. We will find it for you and give it to you, okay? Yeah. No, not that Mimi. The other Mimi. Mimi Michelle. Mimi Michelle. She was, I think, the first. Yeah. There should be a Mimi Michelle that is, she was first, actually. You are first. Michelle, I believe you are at 3 minutes. 3 minutes, my love, I think is where you're at. You were the very first reading I did, my sweetie pie. Yeah. I have you number 1 onto my list. Now I'm with the other Mimi. So my beautiful Mimi Michelle, don't listen to this reading. It's not yours. All right. So here we go, my love. I'm going to say, your angels, they see how much you've carried, how much you've done, quietly, courageously, in a million different kind of ways. I feel like this is a little bit of your reminder that you're never alone in any kind of a way, that somebody is onto their way, that someone emotionally present, somebody who is more intuitive, somebody who is going to be there, somebody who's going to notice you more for your needs will be there, and you will be told when that does happen, sweetie. So I'm going to say basically, I feel like maybe around the second half of the year, maybe somebody is going to come on into that place. My major problem over here is this, my love. Until you actually let go of you know who, that person's not going to come in. So I need you to let go. The universe is never going to send somebody else into your way or onto your path if you're still holding on to somebody else. It simply won't. If it was just something that was superficial and it was just for fun and it was socks here and there, then that would be a different situation. Then the universe can send you people on over. But if this is somebody that you want to love, you want to care, you want to nourish, you want to nurture and everything of the such, it's a different type of situation. And the universe is not going to send somebody on into that kind of a way. So is it time to stop searching for a second opinion and just go ahead with the surgery as for your daughter? You know what's best for you, okay? The mental loop of the what if, what is can actually be causing more emotional weight than actually any type of clarity in any kind of a way. Your body, I feel right now, is asking for somewhat, well, I feel like you're looking for a resolution. And the longer the delay is, the more you will feel exhausted, emotionally speaking, altogether. So I'm going to say, you know what? I feel like you've looked at it through many different possible angles. I feel like you've done a lot of things. I feel like you've figured out a lot of things. Honestly, I'm not going to say stop or not. It's not my place to do so. Spirit will not do it neither. But if you feel like you've looked at all the options and you're comfortable with the options that are being provided to you, then please do follow on through with those. Don't complicate things for no good reason, or don't extend the pain or the problems or anything of the such. Just do what you feel is right. Listen to yourself, okay? Please. How does PW feel and think about you after our lunch? How does PW feel and think about you after your lunch? All right. I feel like PW felt seen, heard, and safe with you. I feel like this person felt appreciated into the space that you gave to that person to speak about more than what they might have actually really shown. I feel like their energy towards you is more softer, more appreciative at this moment. And I feel like they see you as somebody who actually is quite genuinely supportive and not just somebody who's quite polite. So I feel as though this person does value you, does value your presence and your wisdom. I feel like this left after the lunch more of a lighter type of an energy because of who you are, because of the way that you reacted and everything of the such. So she may have a little bit kind of vented a little bit, but I feel like she felt emotionally quite relieved and truly quite grateful for your kindness altogether. As for how does MT and CH feel and think about you and about your work, that I'm going to say, I feel like they see you as steady, as capable, as trustworthy. Even if they don't express it all that often, I feel like MT especially sees you as somebody who is very reliable, someone who gets things done, but without really any drama. I feel like they trust your work. I feel like the respect is there, even if it kind of comes into quite different kind of ways. As for CH, that is more for MT. CH, more of a growing appreciation. I feel like CH likes the fact that you can stay composed under pressure. They don't always say it, but they do hold you in high regard into your leadership style, into you being calm, and into the calmness that you actually do bring. So I'm going to say, as for CH, your reputation, I feel, is solid with them, and I feel like they're slowly kind of rising to even just a little bit more. As far as Mr. Harry actually missing you, Mr. Harry always kind of misses you, sweetie. The problem with Mr. Harry is he doesn't really say all that much, now does he? No. So I feel like Mr. Harry is there. Mr. Harry does think about you. Yes, he does into a quieter kind of a way a little bit. And sometimes he does have his own little emotional moments late at night in solitude when, let's say, you're in bed, he's kind of up and he's doing things like you say, he goes and chats. But I feel like there's that longing, but I also feel like there's that hesitation. So there's always that bridge to gap between, is it safe to reach out? Is it not? And when I say safe, it's because into his mind, he thinks what's going to be happening after, what's going to be the following step, right? So I feel like he's into that reflective, a little bit into that moody kind of a state where, yes, he is missing you, but he's not ready to make that bold move yet. Emotionally, you're still into his heart, but that's what I can see. He fantasizes about a reconnection, especially emotionally, especially romantically, but something is holding him back. May it be pride, may it be timing, may it be fear of rejection, maybe all three of what I have just mentioned, but that is there. So he's waiting. He's waiting for something coming from him, some type of sign that this is what he must do. This is what he must actually move on forward with. So he's waiting. He's waiting, sweetie. I am going to give you some love messages. And beautiful Elaine, I'm coming over to see you, sweetie pie. All right. There is a part of me that carries you within my heart at all times. You are like a beautiful memory that I never want to let go of. I think about you daily. Maybe I'm not ready to say everything yet, but my heart has never ever forgotten you. You are always close by. Good night, my beautiful Mimi, sweetie pie. Good night, love. All right. Elaine, sweetie. Here we go. And Juanson, you're next. Elaine, 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 Elaine. Okay. So we're going to start off with your first question. All right. All right. Oh, no. There's Julie. Juanson, you're right. Julie is coming on back. All right. I know. It is. I know. So Elaine, here we go, sweetie. Will the group like your Out of Breath logo lock up for the Journey of the Brand identity next Thursday? And will it work across future? Let me go and see. All right, beautiful. All those Juansons so far, you're halfway through your prediction. Only halfway, but halfway still pretty damn good. All right. Elaine, I'm actually going to have to say your work does have depth. It does. I feel like it's got the intentions. The intentionality is there. I feel like it's got soul. It's almost like a music. I feel like the group may be a little bit slow to actually show any type of excitement. But I feel like they're going to recognize what you've created is something powerful and strong and grounding in so many different kind of ways. So I'm actually going to say to you, I feel as though this is going to show that your work is coming from a deep introspection. So it is personal, it is pure. It is coming from something that you have felt. So you are kind of protective of it, and good for you for doing so. I also feel like there's a certain spark of energy. I feel like there's a start of conversation. I feel like they might not necessarily get it immediately, but I feel like it's going to grow onto them fairly quickly. I feel like your identity is going to come across it, and I feel like it's going to be really well delivered. I feel like it has enough flexibility also, and enough voice to kind of carry through the typography, the motion, and the layout altogether. So basically, I'm going to say it's got power. Your design is going to speak loudly at just the right moment. You've planted the seed. Now you've got to wait for the impact. And I know it kind of sucks to just kind of wait for that impact, but the impact is coming on forward. It is, my love. Yes. All right, hold on. Let's go see about why. Are you getting over why lately? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yeah. I feel like right now, quite frankly, I feel like your heart is into this weird kind of an in-between kind of a place. I don't quite feel as though you're over why, but I feel like you're emotionally distant, and that space is actually helping you to kind of reflect onto everything. I feel like there's that inner conflict part that is there. Parts of you wonder if it's time to move on. Parts of you wonder, you know, should you still hold on to the what if? I feel like the disconnection is there and the disconnection is real. I feel like you are growing, but I feel like it's something that is of an emotional withdrawal that will have somewhat of a final ending, just not quite right away. I feel as though Y is emotionally unavailable at this moment, and not necessarily, or being completely unsure on how to reconnect, or if this person even wants to reconnect at any point soon. So I feel as though subconsciously you're kind of protecting your own heart into this response, because you do know this and we have discussed it and you have felt it. So I'm going to say it's not that you've stopped caring. It's not that you're disconnected. It's that it's almost like if your soul is shifting towards a more peaceful place, even if the feelings haven't fully kind of caught on up yet. Let's put it that way. All right. Agenda energy for the following 3 weeks. Yeah, she does still care for you. She does. Sean, I did receive your new email. I did. I did remove, though, you did have a lot of accounts. Like, you have 5 or 6 different accounts. I removed your old accounts off of Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she still does, my beautiful Elaine. It's just that she's into a place where she's still navigating a lot of things, and she's not ready for anything at this moment, is basically what it is. Oh, general energy for the following 3 weeks. Here we go. All right. I feel following 3 weeks, a little bit mixed on in together, okay? You're feeling more focused, you're feeling more decisive, you're feeling more determined. There's more of a high momentum coming on through into the week. You can expect different type of progress with your project, and you can also expect somewhat of a boost of clarity around the type of the direction that you're going to be taking within work. I feel that into week number 2, because he did say 3 weeks. Week number 2, I feel like you're stepping in a little bit more to your creative power. I feel like there is that bold, magnetic, and kind of expressive self that kind of comes on through. I feel like into the following 2 weeks is going to be a really good time for you to present, to pitch, to claim your own space altogether. And I feel like others are going to start to notice a little bit more your presence and your ideas more than what you actually realize, or more than what they're actually going to be saying. Now, into the week number 3, I feel like that's more of a little bit of an emotional reset. It's going to be time for you to recharge your mind, protect your own peace, reflect on things, reflect on where your energy is taking you, where you want to go, what kind of energy you're also receiving, so you can give out the type of energy that you would like to have also. Love-wise, everything as such, I'm still seeing things are being somewhat stagnant, but that's what I can see within work. So there's a lot of changes, especially within the following 2 weeks. And the 3rd week is a little bit more of a, okay, now let's just kind of sit, recharge, and see what I've done and see what kind of comes my way. Yeah, sometimes, Sean, I'm not always sure about which ones are the old ones. So I removed the ones that I knew were no longer good, but I still have a couple. I think I have like 3 or 4 of them of you still. Yeah. All right. Oh, Juanson. Now you hit the 100% accuracy. Oh yeah, there's like 7 or 8 of them. There is. Julie, go ahead with this, sweetie. Go ahead, my love. Earlier I told Watson, I said, Julie's not here. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm just taking a chance. I'm like, okay. And then you popped on through, but I'm like, you're here, but you don't have a question. Juanson knew that you were going to be back and you were going to ask another question. He had you onto the list about 30 minutes ago. Yeah, he did. He's so funny. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go and open up Juanson's email. Julie, you can post your question. I'll answer you. You didn't really have a question, but then one thing popped up into your mind. Well, see, Juanson was still right. Something popped up into your mind. What popped on through, my love? What is it? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and open up Juanson's over here. I know, really. I don't believe that they are, my beautiful Elaine. I don't believe. I did not see that they are. I don't believe that they are, my sweet love. So I'll say no upon that. Is he looking forward to spend time? Oh yes, let me go and see that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna stay over here, sweetie pie. Yeah. I know, Hanson, I know. They're just basically taking their time, Elaine. They are. All right. Ace of Swords, King of Wands popping on through along with our Two of Swords. Quite frankly, my love. It is my pleasure, sweetie. It is my pleasure. I'm going to say towards you, sweetie, I know that he does have... I feel as though he does have a lot of desire towards you. I feel like he is thinking about you, but I feel like he's fantasizing. I'm not going to say that he's fantasizing for something that is sexual. I'm going to say he's fantasizing about taking movement with you. I feel like he's thinking about the movement, and that's what he's fantasizing about. And I almost actually prefer him fantasizing about that than fantasizing about something sexual, because something sexual is nice as fun, it's there at the moment, but it's not necessarily that forward movement that's coming upon. So I really like the fact that we're looking towards something more, something that is more into the strength. Good night, my beautiful Elaine, sweetie. Exactly, my beautiful Julie. Exactly, sweetie. So I'm going to say he is definitely fantasizing. There is absolutely no doubt about it. It's really just a question of when it's going to be happening. That's it. That's all, my sweet love. He is looking forward to spending more time with you, sweetie. No, I know that's it. That's not what we truly want. I know. Haunson, sweetie, into the meanwhile. Here we go. Julie, you are good, my love. You are good, sweetie. Have no fears. Haunson, here we go. All right. So work is meh. No surprises. It was slow and it was boring. 4 times it was getting annoying. It got a little bit repetitive, right? It was kind of oofy. Let's go see how her weekend is going. All right. How's her weekend looking for her? Oh, the tower. The tower. Nobody likes the tower. Nobody wants a tower. Okay, the tower, the Three of Cups, followed by our Five of Pentacles, also getting over here, our Justice and our Ace of Cups. Ah! Okay, sweetie. This is what I'm going to say for you, okay, my love? I feel as though, quite frankly, there's a plan of hers that's not going to go the way that it is supposed to, and it does have to actually do with something having to do with her friends. She has some type of plan on going out with her friends. It's not going to go the way that it is expected. I actually feel like it's going to be somewhat canceled, and I feel like she's a little bit disappointed by that because I really do feel like she wanted to do something, and it's not really going to be working on through. So she is going to be feeling a little bit disappointed by that, my love. Other than that, let's go see if she was thinking about you. She is going to have her usual spending a little bit of time with her mama, though, that there's no doubt. Time with mama shall be happening. All right. She was actually thinking of making some type of movement towards you, but she's a little bit like you. She's always feeling binded, kind of a little bit stuck into her emotions, into her feelings. How do I move on forward? How don't I do it? What do I do? When do I jump on in? When's going to be the right moment? When's not the right moment? Would he like this? Or maybe he would like that? Or what should I truly do? It's like so many different kind of questions, and we don't really know, what is going on through into all of this. So, yeah. It's a little bit of a crazy place to be in, too. Alrighty. Je finis avec mon mode, je vais finir en 2 minutes. Je suis en train de terminer avec mon mode, je finis en 2 minutes. Alright. It is nice, ain't it? I know. Poor sweetie pie, honestly. All right, what does she want to say to you? She misses you. She is lonely. She's keeping all her feelings inside. She's wondering if you're keeping all your feelings inside also. She often kind of feels like if she's looking towards something, like she's looking towards you, she's looking towards a relationship. But the best way I could put it is this. I feel as though she has an imagery into her mind, and I feel like the passageway is kind of obscure. She doesn't know how to get to the second base, if you will. And I'm not talking bases into, you know what. Like, she doesn't know how to get to the second point. She wants to be at that end of the tunnel, but she doesn't know what to do into the in-between. And that's what she's reflecting a lot upon. She just doesn't know how to do it. Sean, I'm going to say every little thing counts. Every little thing counts, my love. Everything. May it be plastic bags, may it be the compost, may it be going to clean up the sea area around your place, may it be within the cars, may it be whatever. There's a million different things. How you heat your home, like everything. There's so many things. Oh, Watson, coming on back to you, sweetie. You should know that she's thinking about all the possibilities on how to become closer to you and how to actually be with you. She just hasn't come up with all the answers yet. So your sweetie pie is doing good, but she's going to be a little bit sad because she's not going to be able to go out with her friends this weekend. Other than that, she's contemplating a lot the future, how to move on forward. She's contemplating a lot also how to make more money. She wants to make more money. She wants to be with you. She wants to be closer to you at the very same time. Huh?
On parle trop fort?
No.
Ah, ok. On fait le jeu de poule.
Sweet Lord. So, yeah, she's contemplating a lot of things, sweetie. Her energy towards you, I feel, is loving and caring and sweet, but a little bit heavy into the way that she really wants to have some type of movement but doesn't know how to go and get the movement. If she could only see how darn cute you are and how you go and walk that little turtle every single day, oh my God, her heart would just melt for you even more. That's what I have to say. Yes. All right, let's go and give you an angel message and oracle message. Angel message. You are not behind. You are protected and you are prepared. Everything you're going through is part of a quiet redirection to something softer, more aligned, and deeply meant for you. Let go of the urge to force your blessings. They are being lovingly arranged for you. The angels want you to breathe and trust that the storm has passed. Your heart is healing. Your light is returning. The love and recognition you deserve is on its way. In divine timing, not delayed timing. You need to look for feathers and the number 44 and the word grace this week. Feather, number 44, and the word grace. They are going to be signs from your angels that they are close to you when you see those. Oracle message for you from your inner knowing. You are allowed to begin again at this time. What is this? Oh, all right, my beautiful Carrie, sweetie. Have sweet dreams, my love, and please do stay safe, okay? Your spirit at this moment is craving some peace, some beauty, and some emotional nourishment. May it be through love, creativity, or clarity. Your soul is blooming, even though it might feel like it's a little bit quiet right now. Oh, you can do that too, sweetie. You can do that too. All right, Watson. The Book of Tarot. Here we go. Sweet dreams, my beautiful Carrie. Seven of Cups reversed. The answer is yes if you are positive about it. The answer is yes if you're positive about it, sweetie pies. Or sweetie pie. And let's go towards some love messages. Here we go. And then I shall let everybody go to sleep. You are the thought that I never get tired of. No matter how the day goes, my heart always comes back to you. You feel like the peace I didn't know I needed. Even in silence, being near you says everything. You are the soft in my chaos and the warmth into my chill. With you, even time slows down to listen. I have to say, quite beautiful altogether. I do. So that being said, my beautiful loves, we might see each other tomorrow for a surprise live, perhaps. Stay tuned to any type of postings. Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful patience. Sending much love out to every single one of you beautiful loves. And we shall see each other perhaps on Saturday, perhaps tomorrow. Yes, stay tuned. Love you guys. Sweet dreams.